What's up everyone, it's Karthik with MoneyVest, and in today's video we are going to be talking a little bit about Tesla stock as it had one of its best weeks in the market, up a whopping 22%, over 22% actually in this past week here. So we're going to discuss everything Tesla related. I'll go over exactly what to expect in the coming weeks here as we close out the entire year of 2024. So 29% gain for Tesla stock here, pushing up to over $321 per share, capping one of its best weeks, and now finally in the $1 trillion club once again. So Tesla hits $1 trillion market cap as stock rallies after the Trump winning the elections this past week. We discussed that during our multiple live streams and our updates as well. But this, of course, is going to be a very, very Tesla specific video. And of course, Elon Musk becoming a $300 billion man after the Trump victory. So this right here are a lot of videos that I did 2 to 3 weeks ago, right? So I hate to bring this up, but if you go back to these videos, you will read a lot of comments where there's a lot of folks kind of disagreed with the analysis, and that's totally fine. We went over the options chain. We went over all the different catalysts that were coming up. We had the robotaxi event. We had the earnings call. We had the delivery numbers. And then, of course, we had the elections. A lot of catalysts for Tesla. We talked about this 14 to 15 day period where Tesla was going to be reporting so many things, and we talked about this again 2 weeks ago. The time has come. I'm not kidding. This right here, final chance. This is huge. Again, 2 weeks ago, and this right here was 3 weeks ago. Tesla stock is ready, doubling down because we were talking about these updates that were coming in. I even posted a very, very long post on Discord on why I believe that Tesla is way ahead when it comes to its full self-driving technology against Waymo. Again, the technology that they're using with the Tesla camera vision, and again, the election, purview as well. There's another perspective to Tesla stock and how Elon Musk has been endorsing Trump and how close he is to the new administration, obviously putting a lot of bullish impact or catalyst into the stock right now. So in this video, again, I want to discuss all of that and really go over, what to expect moving forward, considering we've seen such a massive move to the upside, and just some very, very quick updates. So you'll notice that on the third quarter call, Musk said that he would use his sway with the Trump-Vance administration to establish a federal approval process for autonomous vehicles. Currently, approvals happen on a state level, with the CEO sees as a regulatory hurdle Tesla will need to overcome once it has finally offering more than partially automated driving systems. Now, the reason why this is not just a election move, this is not just a move simply purely based on Trump winning, but it has a longer impact on the company, right? We're talking 4 years of this administration, Trump-Vance, and this is the reason why we saw such a massive influx of capital into Tesla. 2 reasons. Number one, election is over. So there was this broad-based certainty around the market, right? The markets are no longer uncertain about who's going to be in the office come January 25. That's number one. Number two, this right here, the federal approval process, again, it's still up for debate whether that's going to happen or not, but the chances, of course, the likelihood of this happening has increased significantly after, of course, Trump winning the elections and of course, Elon Musk endorsing Trump, offering also a significant amount of financial aid to Trump's campaign. So, that of course is a huge catalyst because, for a long time, there was this big regulatory hurdle that whether Tesla is going to be able to get approval for the full self-driving unsupervised FSD. But now in the next 4 years, that has really been unlocked significantly, right? And really, it's all about solving software, V13 and future updates, fewer and fewer interventions between longer and longer miles, making Tesla Vision the best autonomous driving software out there, end-to-end neural networks, being able to combat any type of scenarios, real-world driving scenarios at any time, at anywhere in the world. That is what Tesla is trying to solve, which is incredibly challenging to do, as I've discussed many times in my previous videos, and also doing it in a cost-efficient manner, right? Not charging 100,000, 200,000, but instead doing it in a sub 30, sub $25,000 vehicle range, which is of course going to be the Cybercab, which of course also has a huge potential from a public transportation standpoint as well. So Tesla, of course, rejoins the growing club of tech names that are now worth more than $1 trillion, and Tesla has the scale and scope that is unmatched in the EV industry. This was Dan Ives from Wedbush Securities, and this dynamic could give Musk and Tesla clear competitive advantage in a non-EV subsidy environment, coupled by likely higher China tariffs that would continue to push away cheaper Chinese EV players like BYD NIO from flooding the US markets over in the coming years. So again, you've got that import tariffs, taxation policy set forth by President Trump, making any type of import of vehicles more costly than their local producers, local manufacturers, which of course Tesla is going to be a part of within the US. Build America Again plan, Make America Great Again plan, is Tesla's going to be the forefront of that plan, and of course a push towards electric vehicles as well. So all in all, I mean, this was, from a regulatory, from a political standpoint, this was probably the best thing that could have happened to Tesla. And that's exactly what we're seeing with the market momentum. Now, before we move forward, I just want to remind everyone, we do have the 16% annual discount if you're interested in joining us. There's going to be a link down below. You get access to all the trade alerts, all the MoneyVest members only videos, all the website access, all the tools, features, updates, Discord channels. Everything is going to be available with the link down below if you're interested in joining us. And again, we're going to be sending out our options alert every single week. And I have the options video, the portfolio update, coming out tomorrow. Although tomorrow I'm going to be traveling, so I'll try to get that out as soon as possible for all the members. So you'll have access to everything. Link's going to be down below. We'd love to have you on board. Now, coming over to the stock price. This is incredible. And the reason why this is incredible is because we haven't seen this price in over almost 2.5 years. So the last time Tesla was trading at these levels was back in April of 2022. And also the beautiful thing is that Tesla is now less than 25% away from its all-time highs. It's only 22% away or below its all-time highs. So Tesla only really needs to rally another 28%, a little bit under 30% in order to recapture its all-time highs. However, I want to be very, very clear here. Tesla at 321 clearly trades at a very expensive valuation. So I want to say that loud and clear for everybody in the back, because I know there's going to be comments on this video. Caddy or Karthik, again, Tesla expensive, overvalued. How can you buy at 321? I'm not saying to buy 321. In fact, I'm not saying to buy at all, any stock ever, right? Because I'm not a financial investment advisor. So please make sure that you do your own due diligence. All I'm saying is that the momentum has been incredibly strong. And can it get up to 325? In fact, it got up to 328 on Friday. Can it get up to 350 or 400? The likelihood, of course, of that happening has increased significantly after this breakout. And this is exactly why I was not comfortable selling calls on my long-term shares. Because I knew Tesla was going to do something like this. It was going to do something like this. I even contemplated. If you join our Discord, you will see me contemplate. I was talking about how Tesla calls are so juicy. So juicy that the premiums you can get, a couple grand, a couple weeks out for 320s, 325. And I could have put myself in such a rabbit hole, because collecting premiums is great if that's your goal, if that's the purpose, but letting your shares go is the worst thing about selling calls. And so that's why I segregate them. I make that distinction that these are long-term, I'm not touching them, and this is simply for options trading, for running the wheel strategy. And for that, Tesla, of course, has been crushing it, because even after picking up shares in the options portfolio, which again, a lot of people criticize, picking up at 258 and then writing calls against it, has worked out really well. Tesla's now at 321, right? So has done incredibly well. So it is also all about catching that momentum, playing along the momentum. That's what we do in the options portfolio. High quality stocks that have the momentum and the potential for breakouts. So what we're going to do in this update is something that we haven't done in over 2.5 years. And that is turn this entire red rectangle into a green rectangle. Something that, like I said, we have not done in over 2.5 years, because Tesla has not traded above these levels. And I'm also going to go ahead and delete a lot of these levels here, because the only support level that we really need to watch now is going to be sitting at 310. I guess 310 to 315 is the level that we're going to be watching. So 310, 315 right around here, all the way down to as low as 269 or 270. So anything inside this green rectangle is now going to be a support for Tesla. It's no longer going to be a resistance. It's going to be a support. So even if we do see any type of a pullback, let's say next week, we see some momentum kind of cooling off some profit taking, some selling pressure, which is possible considering how crazy this run up has been. And you're now dealing with a very, very overbought RSI and MACD. So it's possible that Tesla cools off a little bit in the low 300s, but the momentum, of course, is still very strong with a very nice higher high and a higher low. So the next target to really be paying attention to for Tesla, I mean, realistically, it is going to be some of these resistances. I'm going to put down a level where we have gotten rejected a few times, which is going to be around 370s. So if I were to put down a new red rectangle for Tesla, which is an area of supply, is going to be right about here. So we're talking anywhere between 370s and 415. So that's going to be that level that goes all the way across for Tesla now as a area of resistance and supply. Can we get up to that level? Time will tell. I don't have all the answers, but the momentum sure is very strong. And if there is going to be more regulatory approvals under Trump administration, it's going to pave the way, very clear for Tesla, within the US with lower cost vehicles, more affordable models, Tesla solving FSD. The potential is certainly significantly higher than what it was, let's say, a few weeks ago or a few months ago. So that's where we are with Tesla stock. And again, for my 300 shares, I am super long term, as you guys already know. For my other shares, I don't mind getting my shares called away because that was the whole purpose from the beginning. And that's why I always tell people, if you're trading options, make sure you've got your psychology right. Make sure that you've got your psychology down. And what does that mean? That simply means that you're comfortable letting your shares go if you are in the money, and you're comfortable buying shares if you are in the money, if you're selling puts. So those are two things very, very important. If you are going to be throwing your hands in the air and being like, oh, I missed out on all this capital gains, you shouldn't be selling calls or puts in the first place. So that's the whole point. Tesla, huge breakout. Congratulations to everyone on this magical, momentous breakout here from Tesla. And the next targets are going to be sitting roughly at 370 to as much as 415. That's pretty much the all-time high. And again, support level is going to be now in the 270s up to 315. I could see Tesla cool off a little bit from this momentum higher, so low 300s is a possibility as well. So hope you all enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also check out the links down below if you're interested in joining us. A couple more spots left for the month of November, 16% annual discount, and of course you get access to the options trade alerts, portfolio updates, members only videos, MoneyVest website access. Everything is going to be available before we increase the prices. You can see that eventually it's going to get up to $59 a month, but we're going to do that slowly and steadily and gradually as we are building our MoneyVest website and adding more features over time. So links going to be down below. As always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.